Now to another bill at our state capitol, which would have required former state lawmakers to wait several years before they could return to the Capitol as lobbyists. That measure has failed.
Lawmakers worry it could infringe on the First Amendment rights of former lawmakers. But as News 4's Spencer Humphrey tells us, the bill's author thinks there may be a larger and perhaps more troubling reason behind the failed vote.
I declare the motion to have failed.
State lawmakers voting down a bill in committee this week its author claims would have reined in something he sees as a growing problem at the Capitol.
There's an obvious and not misplaced public perception that, this building at 23rd and Lincoln has some issues with corruption, ethical issues.
He claims a lot of those issues all tie back to lobbyists, people who get paid to persuade politicians to vote certain ways on certain issues.
They oftentimes represent, large corporate special interests. And so that is the main issue and friction when you get to the grassroots movement and people of this state. They're oftentimes wanting something different, but they don't have the financial, capacity and machine behind them like big lobby and corporate special interests do.
He says when many legislators have termed out of office, they've shown right back up at the Capitol, working as lobbyists.
I looked back over the last 10 years, and there have been 24 former state representatives or senators that have become registered lobbyists. Having been able to do that immediately after leaving the building and having the access and relationships that we have access to in these seats, it's a clear advantage that they have over true industry experts, grassroots people, and individuals that also come up here and try to advocate for policy on their own.
It's why he filed that bill, which would have created a 4-year waiting period former legislators would have had to sit out before being able to register as lobbyists. When the bill came before a House committee last week, it failed by a bipartisan vote of 6-2. Concerns centering on the First Amendment rights of former legislators and the groups who may want to hire them as lobbyists.
The First Amendment, one of the fundamental purposes of it is to petition the government. And now there are groups of collective individuals who can't always just come up here, and they may want to hire somebody that has the most intimate knowledge with how this building works.
It's using government regulation to prevent people from seeking employment.
To that, Shaw says 38 other states already have identical or similar laws requiring waiting periods for legislators to become lobbyists, and they've held up in court. The fact that idea couldn't even make it out of committee in this state leaves him a bit perplexed.
This tells you that the cliche or stigma of this building being beholden to special interest is absolutely true.
In Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
Spencer, thank you. Since the bill died in committee, Shaw says it's unlikely it'll be brought up again this legislative session.